Hi, everybody. This is Richard from Spirits of Japan. This is my second attempt at doing this. I was actually going to take the 17th, 18th, and 19th historically for me, the 18th, 19th, and 20th emperors, and bunch them up. And then I found a whole bunch of information on this next guy called Emperor Richu, Richu. So I'm going to spend 8 minutes talking about him. I got through about 6 minutes of it a minute ago, and it's so complicated that I messed up. So it's my second try at this. All right, so let's do it again. So this Richu guy was in my version of it, the 18th emperor of Japan. He was made. He was the oldest son of his father, who was Emperor Nintoku, and he had some brothers and three brothers and a sister. Huh? Three brothers and four brothers. I think that might have been all boys. Yeah, all boys. Sorry, he had four brothers, and he was the oldest. All right, so his younger brother was a guy named Nakatsu, which we're going to talk about. Don't like this guy. There was a guy named Mizu Hawake, which was ends up in the future after Richu passes on, becoming Emperor Hanzei, and then after Emperor Hanzei passes on, their little brother Ingyo becomes the next right in line, and then there's a guy named Sakodo. Doesn't sound right, but something like that. But anyway, that's why I was going to bunch them up because they were all like three family. But man, Richu, God, this guy. He was made crown prince at the age of 15 years old. He was um, so consort. He was crown prince all of his life, and then when he gets to the age 63, daddy dies. So dad's pretty old, right? So dad dies, and so he's like, before he becomes and gets claimed, and the priest makes him emperor. There's a lot of protocols you got to go through. So he's like, all right, now I got a chance to pick my consort, and he wanted to do whatever how he wanted to do it. He didn't want to, I guess, marry right away. So he was going to make an imperial consort. He knew exactly the girl. It was this girl named Kurohime, and so he calls his little brother. He was a brother, and this guy. This guy Nakatsu, this guy must have been devilishly handsome. He must have been a smooth talker, and on top of all that, an asshole. Because what this guy does, I don't know what the trust thing was between these two, but Richu asked Nakatsu to go tell Kurohime that he would be coming for her the next day and to be ready because he would like to make her the imperial consort. And da, da, da. So Nakatsu takes off, gets there, and tells Kurohime he was Richu, and they have a little sexual relationship that evening. So Nakatsu ends up forgetting something at the house, and he goes back and he knows Richu's on his way here, so he doubles back. He goes to another place or back to the capital, and he says, "Okay, we got to do this, that. We're gonna take this over. I should be emperor." Da da da. He's got all this whole planned out and convinces people to go along with a coup. Now Richu, meanwhile, gets at Kurohime's house. He goes, walks in. He says, "Yeah, I'll be here to." He says, "Oh, the prince was already here." Yeah, I know I'm going to be a imperial consort. He goes, "What do you mean? Prince was already here?" Yeah. He left this. He was here last night. I'm so excited. He's like, "Oh my God, no, I'm Richu." And so this creates you know, a lot of words I could use, but and so as Richu makes his way back to go have a discussion with Nagatsu, Nagatsu's already got people waiting for him, and there's a whole lot of movement. And the fact that Leecher knows he can't get back, or he has a high probability of being killed, so he's trying to move his way around into the castle, gain support, find out what's going on. He's sending feelers out. Nakatsu's pursuing, and finally, some fishermen, some other people, they all kind of get together and support. But this is months down the road. We're talking 6, 7, 8 months down the road. Finally, Reacher gets the support to go not only by the people, but his other little brother, who's eventually going to become Emperor Hanzei, steps in. He says, "Brother, I've been torn of what's going on here, but you are crown prince. Dad made you, so I am going to support you." And he says, "Well, one way you can support me is by going and killing this guy, because that's the only way we're going to stop him. And I can't get in. And, so Hanze says, I'll do it. I got it. I'm going to take care of this. So when he goes to do it and he finds out where the guy's sleeping, he can't do it. So he calls this guy, Sashihide. He says, look, man, he says, I'm going to give you my clothes. And I want you to go in and get close to him. And then when he realizes it's not you, can you kill him? And if you do, I'll do anything for you. I'll take care of you the rest of your life. And Sashide's like, you got it, man. I'm on it. So he changes the clothes. He gets in. He completes the job. He gets in. There's an entanglement. There's a fight. Bam! He kills him. He comes back. He reports he's killed. So yay! So Hanze tells Richu, and everybody comes back. Everything's done. But in the court, as this is going down, some of the other members found out about this whole, because it was supposed to be a secret deal between Hanze and Sashihide, right? And it evidently got out that Sashihide killed the guy, because I guess he was Sashihide was very close to him. He was either his lord or somebody very close, and that's why he was able to do what he did. And so they were all calling for Sashihide's death, and Richu had to have him killed. So that sucks, because one guy tells you one thing, you're gonna do it, you're gonna take care of me, yes sir, you're my lord, bam, and then you get told I don't know the whole situation. There's only bits and pieces of it, pieces of it, and that's what happened. So time goes on. Richu, the next few months, becomes emperor. Then he calls Kurohime. So this time has gone by, and she's all sorry, and I don't, man, this must have been just anguish, kind of just bleh, feelings all the time, and he marries her as an imperial consort. And so time goes on. She gives him two boys and a girl. All right, so the one prince will end up being the father of two other emperors in the future. There's a Prince Mima, and then there's Princess Aomi. All right, so not too much about her later on. But as this is going on, Richu, he's building dams. I don't know, he's taking people from Kyushu area, an area called the Tsukushi, and he's pretty much literally utilizing these people like slaves. Here's slaves. Here's slaves above, right above, and so really, really bad conditions. So evidently, these three kami, I don't really like to call them gods because there's deity between deity and god, a kami. These kamis, three of them from Skishi, appear before him and says, "Why? What are you using our people like that for?" And he says, "Okay, I will pray on this." All right, and he does, but he doesn't fix the situation. And so, like a month later, he's out hunting, like 4 days away, and his imperial consort, Kurohime, gets sick and dies. So then they get to him. Takes 4 days to get there. Takes him 4 days to get back. He's all, it's a horrible situation and everything. But he felt that this was a direct result of that. So he does his inquiry, and he finds out that the cart bearer, the guy who went and got these people and were utilizing, he really didn't know the situation. He should have looked into it. He didn't. So he ends up taking the cart bearer and throwing the blame on him, and then tattooing him to make him, look bad. I guess it was actually a sentence that could have been the death penalty, but I think he knew he was wrong too. So whatever the case, um, um, that's what happened. Then he eventually marries another a lady called Princess Kusaka. She has one child with him at the age when he was 60 something, 60. So remember, all this happens between age of 64 and 68 in this short 4 year period, and they have a Princess Nakashi, and then she eventually marries a guy named Emperor Anko. down the line, and we'll get to that later too. So kind of remember that. So we have on one side Kurohime, where he has two boys and a girl, and one of those boys is going to be the father of two emperors, and his grandchildren will be two, yeah, and then or sons, and then on the other side, when he got married again to Princess Kusako, has this another girl named Nakashi, and ends up in married emperor uncle. So it's another one of those uncle auntie things that's been going down. At the age of 68 or 69, he dies of an illness all of a sudden. So, Richu, 400 to 405. Became emperor when he was 64, died at the age of 68, almost the age of 69. Um, Crazy. This is kind of the time of the first palace at Naniwa in Osaka was built too. So yeah, we're going along here pretty good. But I thought that was I took 11 minutes. So well, we're gonna move on and get to the next one, which will be Emperor Hanze and maybe Ingo. And thank you very much for listening. www.nihon.tours. Follow me at Nihon Tamashi, and we'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.